education, real world today. Everyone's learning something they can say. TV and radio voices can be heard. I love learning every single word. We are Crestview Bobcats. We are Crestview, we're the Bobcats. Crestview, Crestview.
Welcome back to CVTV. I'm Gracie.
And I'm Sarah, and
we are your CVTV anchors.
Today we would like to start off the day by wishing Journey, Javion, Brandon, Marcus, Elizabeth, Gavin, Armani, Kyla, David, and Aiden a happy birthday today and this weekend. Come to the office after CVTV for your birthday pencil.
This week's question of the week was, what did John Pemberton invent? The correct answer is Coca-Cola. We had no correct answers this week. Better look on next week's question.
This week's secret sound wasn't an easy one. Here it is one more time. This is a soda can being opened. Maybe one of John Pemberton's Cokes. Camilla and Mrs. Miller's class guessed correctly. Great job. Come to the studio to claim your prize. Next we have Ramika with today's weather.
Look for cold weather today as wind chills will drop the temperature below freezing. We will see a cloudy and cold day tomorrow as the snow will enter the state before the end of the day. Look for highs in the 30s on Saturday, and the groundhog has predicted another 6 weeks of winter. So bundle up, Crestview students. Next we have a student from Miss Allen's class with your second grade weather report.
Hi, today we will see a high of 24 and a low of 17. It will be really sunny but cold. I'm Reagan Kimball with your CVTV weather. Back to you, anchors.
Don't forget that February 6th is Pottery Painting Night with the PFA. The cost is just $10, and students get to pick from painting a bowl, mug, or wall hanging. Finished pieces will be delivered to school after they are fired. This is a great event to show your artistic talent. Next, we have Mr. Corey Engel in the studio with a quick word.
Good afternoon, Bobcats, and happy Friday. Happy Groundhog's Day. I want to thank everyone who came out to the skating party at Roller Cave on Tuesday. You might have seen myself or Miss Stevens, Mrs. Stevens, Miss Huskisson, or Mrs. Losey out there on the rink. Also like to remind everyone to stop and think when we communicate with each other. Make sure what we're saying is truthful, helpful, inspiring, necessary, and kind. Bobcats, have a great weekend. Anchors, back to you.
Next we have Isabella with today's sports moment.
Yesterday it was announced by ESPN that a new 30 for 30 documentary will be made about Bobby Knight's rise and fall at Indiana University. I'm sure many Hoosiers will tune into this episode when it comes out. Also, don't forget to tune into the Super Bowl Sunday night. All highlights will be covered on CVTV Monday. Next we have Miss Media with another Boilermaker update.
The Purdue men's basketball team took on Maryland, the Terrapins, on Wednesday night at Mackey Arena, extending their win streak to 18 games. The Boilermakers won the game 75-67, and there were many contributing players, including the big man, Isaac Haas, who had 20 points and 9 rebounds, as well as Carson Edwards, who had 17 points, 3 assists, 2 steals, and Dakota Mathias, who had 11 points and 4 assists. But it was Vincent Edwards who was named the hardest working player of the game. Vince had 8 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, and all in 35 minutes of play while battling the flu. He was questionable to even start on Wednesday, but he came up big for the Boilers. And next, the team will take on Rutgers in New Jersey on Saturday at 4 o'clock. Boiler up, hammer down, and back to you, future Boilermakers.
Next we have Today in History. Today in 1876, the National League of Professional Baseball Clubs was formed in New York. The teams included were the Chicago White Stockings, Philadelphia Athletics, Boston Red Stockings, Hartford Dark Blues, Mutual of New York, St. Louis Brown Stockings, Cincinnati Red Stockings, and the Louisville Grays. In 1893, the Edison Studio in West Orange, New Jersey made history when they filmed the first motion picture Close Up. The studio was owned and operated by Thomas Edison. And in 1949, the first 45 RPM record was released. Here's an example of a 45 record. Some call it a 7-inch record.
Today's thought of the day comes from pop singer Shakira, who turns 41 today. She says, "I believe that every single one of us, celebrity or not, has a responsibility to get involved in trying to make a difference in our world. Our generation faces many challenges, some of which we were passed down to us by the past generations, but it's up to us to find solutions today so that we don't keep passing our problems on." Thank you for listening. I'm Gracie.
And I'm Sarah. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourself.
Stay responsible, respectful, and safe.
And remember to find your voice in today's world.